an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. When you let your nuts hang.
Elon just re-enabled the country of origin feature where you can see which country an account is posting from. But here's where it gets a little bit suspicious. He disabled that feature only for government accounts. This comes after many people discovered the official DHS account is actually based in Israel. So he decided to disable this feature shortly after it went live. Now, when it's been re-enabled, government accounts are exempt. And of course, the DHS account posted a meme of Trump here like it's all just one big joke. Everyone's laughing. But the comments are suggesting a much different story. The top one says no one's laughing. This guy says, being owned and controlled by a foreign country isn't funny, it's sad. Another guy says, this isn't funny. You're the Department of Homeland Security and you're not even based in my homeland. Treason. People weren't just imagining things. The platform itself said this account was created in Israel and changed usernames multiple times. Then, instead of providing us with any transparency, Elon decided to suddenly exempt government accounts from the geotag feature. That means everyone else still shows their country of origin, of course, except for the exact accounts that people were asking questions about. That's not just a simple bug fix. This reads a lot more like damage control, and the timing really couldn't be more obvious. Elon...
You know, that's crazy because how is it a official government account and it's from Israel? That don't make no sense. So I'm starting to, now we gotta question if these accounts are really real. Like, I think there should be transparency in social media accounts from government officials and government, because we need to know, is this account being ran by somebody in America? And the fact that it shows that that account is being ran by somebody in Israel, that's Homeland Security. What is that? What does that mean? Our Homeland Security social media is being ran from Israel? But we America first, I don't get that shit right there.
This new update from Elon Musk just goes to show that people in other countries believe that black people are gullible and easily manipulated. Let's get into it. Don't mind me. Here I am sitting in my house in the United States talking about hip hop because I am a black American. I'm just minding the culture that I came from. So Elon Musk pushed a new update on X, and during this update, it now allows you to see where a profile's location is located at. So it exposed a lot of different pages for not actually being located in America. For example, a lot of Kendrick Lamar's fan pages that have been going hard for Kendrick have been slandering Drake for the last couple of years. These pages aren't even from people located in America. They present themselves as though they are black people, black Americans, but yet their profiles are listed in India, Europe, South Asia. I think I saw one that was in Russia.
Yeah, I'm gonna read that what his tweet was.
These pages aren't even, it now allows.
So this tweet says, because this is a person who claimed to be from a black person from Compton, California. Since y'all looking for dirt on me, here it is. Started listening to hip hop in 2002 and Kendrick TDE in 2012. Made this account in 2017-18, way before this beef. And for Elon Musk, F you. You ain't doing nothing but just want that bloody engagement with revealing location. To the rest of y'all who will still be following this account for discussion and news, we still will be posting it. So this they portrayed a person from America. And people didn't really care. They just, like, when I look at Twitter, before Twitter was no pictures. There was no pictures on Twitter. You just post. It didn't matter what you look like. It didn't matter. Now people putting pictures and videos and stuff like that on Twitter. And it kind of diluted the illusion. Like it was like people you had no idea what they look like. You would be like, oh, this person's black. This person's white. You wouldn't know. what they were, but by the stuff that they post about, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's a white boy. Oh yeah, that's a black person. Oh yeah, that's a racist. Oh yeah, because it was all on there, but there was just no pictures, and people didn't put their real pictures as um their avatars. So it makes sense that a person like this could get away with this for so long because Twitter never put, it wasn't about showing yourself on Twitter. Twitter was actually what you typed in. Whatever you typed in, if that shit go and it went viral, mind you, back then, back in 2015, 2016, my Facebook was cracking. My Facebook had like 40,000 followers. You know where they came from? Every post I made came from Twitter. I was just copying posts from Twitter and putting it on Facebook because people in Facebook had no idea how to use Twitter. It didn't make sense for them to just read a bunch of shit. So if you got ADHD, you was not gonna get Twitter. So, and now it's like coming out that all these accounts that have been around for many years amassed millions of followers, acting like they was MAGA, acting like they not even from America. But they got millions of followers and being very divisive with American politics, and they not even from America.
Allows you to see these pages aren't even from people located in America. They present themselves as though they are black people, black Americans, but yet their profiles are listed in India, Europe, South Asia. I think I saw one that was in Russia. I mean, but these people are presenting themselves as though they are black Americans. And then you have this lady who was exposed, and instead of just saying, you know, yeah, that's true, or not saying anything at all, she decides to be like, I live in another country or something like that. If that were true, your profile picture wouldn't be of an avatar. Why not show your face? Show yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm just upset that like you all have allowed these pages to manipulate you, to tell you how you feel, to tell you what to believe. You're actually a black American and you're letting a guy from India tell you that Drake is not a black American. You allow these pages to tell you that Drake doesn't have a connection with this culture. I'm baffled. I'm ashamed because I feel like I come from a people that no longer know how to think for themselves. I come from a people that are easily manipulated. That's embarrassing for me. As a black American woman, that is embarrassing to me that my own people are so easily manipulated.
Oh, girl, shut up. Everybody was manipulated. Nobody knew this was going on until they put the location on. Like I said, Twitter was anonymous. The only thing, people didn't even put their real face on Twitter for a very long time. So for this to happen, it's not shocking, but it's shocking because it's like, damn, some of these accounts are people who push the line on whatever it is. So if they believe in, you know, if they believe in MAGA a lot, they're pushing the line. If they believe in damn Israel, they not even from America. That's the point. It's like they're acting like they're Americans and they're jumping into American business, and we're following these accounts as if they really care. They really don't care. Maybe they have some psychological thing where they feel part of the whole plan, but really they're just corrupting Americans, whatever. They're just corrupting people. And it's not real. That's the point. It's not real. Social media, it goes every day. Social media proves to you it's not real. You see a big booty girl, bitch broke. She out eating everywhere, all this stuff. She ain't got two wooden nickels to rub together. A person sitting around. I know a person personally was never a Republican, never a Trump supporter. Just got on Twitter and TikTok and pandered to Trump people, and he did well. So It's not real. It hasn't been real, and this just proves it. And they showing more accounts that claim to be MAGA, but they're from Europe. It's crazy.
Musk just removed the location tag feature, which shows the country an account is posting from after tons of MAGA accounts were exposed for not being from the United States. Here's the first one going by MAGA Scope. They were exposed for being from Nigeria. And this account going by Captive Dreamer, as you can see, he's got the MAGA hat on in his profile picture, is actually from Australia. And here we have an Ivanka Trump news page that's also from Nigeria. Here's another big MAGA account, and as you can tell, he's from India. This guy, who goes by the name Conscious Philosopher, is actually from Serbia. Here's one of his posts down here saying, in the American Civil War, Confederates were actually the good guys. Right after a massive wave of accounts pushing pro-Trump propaganda got exposed for being overseas, Elon Musk decided to delete the feature. This confirms what many people have been speculating for a long time, that many of these big MAGA accounts are actually just bot farms. They create hundreds of thousands of accounts pretending to be from America, flood the internet with political propaganda, then just hope nobody can see where they're posting from. And when they got exposed for doing this, Elon Musk didn't increase transparency, he decided to take it away.
Ain't it fun?
That's crazy. Macedonia, all these accounts in Macedonia, Serbia, South Asia, Turkey, Europe, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Eastern Europe, Thailand, Nigeria. They've been pushing propaganda right in our face from on the opposite side of the country just because it builds engagement. And they might feel some type of self-entitlement or self-worth that they built something that Americans follow just being fake. And I don't know if they get any money from this. And they're verified followers, so they actually pay like $14 a month just to seem real. That's crazy. There's more accounts. It's just more and more and more. Bangladesh, Nigeria, Macedonia, Russia, South Asia, Thailand.
X, formerly Twitter, just inadvertently exposed a massive network of fake accounts, and the results are honestly shocking. Here is exactly what is going on. The platform recently turned on a setting that reveals the specific country where an account was originally created. And almost immediately, users started noticing a crazy pattern. Dozens, if not hundreds, of popular MAGA accounts profiles that claim to be patriotic Americans were actually created all across the globe, with a huge concentration in Russia. We are seeing accounts that post about American politics 24/7 being exposed as foreign operations. These aren't just small bots. We are talking about accounts with hundreds of thousands and sometimes millions of followers. They have been pretending to be U.S. citizens to influence the conversation, but now the mask is completely off. It is a complete disaster for these networks right now. People are taking screenshots faster than the accounts can delete themselves. It is definitive proof of foreign influence trying to manipulate what is happening here in the United States of America. We only know this because of that location setting, and it is changing everything.
I just realized that with the X account location reveals that white people have been dethroned as the top dogs in this white supremacy shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, there's a whole bunch of like black and brown folks in like India, South Asia, wherever, Nigeria, cosplaying as racist, cosplaying as white supremacists. And I feel like, for them to trick that many white folks into thinking they was one of them, right? That's got to be a level of white supremacy that supersedes the current standard that we've been living at. Like, if you're a MAGA supporter and you was following these accounts and interacting with them, putting money into their pockets, you got to be feeling really stupid. you gotta be feeling really dumb, really played, and it really should open up your eyes and be like, hey, I'm being used. Like they're using bigotry and racism, all these other isms and phobias, you know what I'm saying, in order to garner an audience and put money into their own pockets. And they're a group of people that I think that I hate, and I say that I hate, and I'm helping these people. I'm giving them money and attention. And since the average white supremacist doesn't have any kind of critical thinking skills, they're not going to stop and say, oh, they're using my negative emotions and using my time and effort in order to get attention and put money into their pockets and push an agenda. Have you on the push agenda because this group of people loves to say people are pushing agendas, but whenever it's something that they agree with, they're okay with it. And instead of critically thinking about the whole situation, they're just going to stop at it as these black and brown monkeys are using me to put money into their pockets. They're not going to think any deeper than that.
Ooh. Hey, he opened up a door, okay? Just letting people know that a lot of people who have been on, because if you get on Twitter is the most racist place in the world because you don't know who these people are, where they're from, what they're doing. Somebody will get on there, like say if a black person did some black shit, okay? And they would get on there and be like, these monkeys this, or they deserve to die, or they do that. And you flip that location on, you can see this motherfuckers in Vicksburg, goddamn West Virginia or something like that. You'd be like you'd be like, oh yeah. But see, that's the problem. That's the thing. It's like a lot of people hide on Twitter. You can't be found unless you want to be found. You can't be found. You can't unless you can never post your location. You can never post where you ate. You can never, but you can get on there and say the most hateful shit, and nobody will ever know who you are. But people will follow you from the hatred that you spew, and they'll see if you say something funny or you say something that'll get whatever base you're looking for, and they'll start following you. You'll start building a following just like that. It's funny because I made a post on Twitter and I got hella down views and stuff and likes and stuff like that from it. And I was just like, man, or I say some crazy stuff and I get hella hate, and I just be like, I'm like, y'all can't be serious. Y'all that mad over what I said? Like, whatever. But what can they do to me? They don't know who I am. They didn't know where I was from. I wasn't even posting that much. So, but now I don't do that type of shit. Like I don't troll the internet. I kind of do, but in public, like I know I'm public. So I don't troll it to where I'm gonna say something wild. But yeah, that's what they do. And now that the white people are following black and brown people who they hate Nigerians, they hate people from India, they hate people from Pakistan, they hate Russia. But all those accounts.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
You go onto a page on X and you click the date that they joined. It'll take you to a page and you can see where the account is based. It's hysterical. Look at Jessica Fox, the all-American girl. This one would have thrown me for a loop because she replies to other people's comments on
Said
X.
Illinois from
used the
Nigeria.
Your, Y-O-U''RE. Jessica here is posting from Nigeria. And now I'm going to check every single person that I reply to a comment on and make sure that they're actually based in the United States before I even reply. And if they're not, I'll probably just post a screenshot of their location so other people can see that they're not fighting with someone from America about politics.
Surprise, surprise.
Yo, that is so crazy.
You ever gotten a weird feeling while you're browsing online? Like, the things you're seeing just don't quite line up with the way people talk about this stuff. Like, there's a lot of content with a ton of engagement that just... it doesn't pass the sniff test. Maybe you thought, wow, in private, people are so different. They go online and they're a totally different person. But then you think, well, I'll never really be able to prove it. We'll never really know. And then you just let it go and keep scrolling. Anyway, I guess we don't need to wonder anymore.